and I'm going to paste it accordingly. And I'm not going to spell it for stress. I'm going to look it into the depression, right? So majority of you look for depression because you're depressed already. No lah, kan? Okay, so I'm going to put here is depression. And then by A2 is actually our races, but now we are going to change it into income.cap, correct? And then we can just run it like this, highlight and Control R. Undefined variable or scratch system. So that means I wrongly enter something here. What is wrong with my data? I think I wrongly spelled the depression. Depression is depressed. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, computer, for enlightening me all this thing. Depressed. Okay, depressed. This is the beautiful of syntax. If you wrongly enter, it's wrongly give also. So based on this also, we can see less than 3,000 is 12, and then 3,000 to 5,000, 9 point something, and then more than 5,000 is 11 point something. The homogeneity of variance indicate that the levels are more than 0.05. That means our ANOVA is valid. You can use or not? Yes. Therefore, you can proceed to the ANOVA table. So based on ANOVA table here, F is 0.647, and then the p-value is 0.534, which is you are going to reject or fail to reject null hypothesis. Reject or fail to reject? Fail to reject null hypothesis. Therefore, your conclusion will be there is no significant difference of the depression score between income category. Whether you are being paid less than 3,000, 3,000 to 5,000, or more than 5,000, your depression levels are similar to each group. Understand? So far, so good or not so good? But this one, I may want to make a disclaimer. This data probably true, probably not true, because you all become a cheater yesterday, right? Because you are being asked to do for. Okay. Let us look into the down here. We call it as a post hoc test. The post hoc test is actually the additional test to tell you whether that is different or not. If you find out that the ANOVA ANOVA table is not different, therefore you won't see any asterisk. You know, asterisk, the bintang, the star is not being indicated here. Why? Because there is no difference lah among all groups. But if your data have significant difference among some groups, there will some star there. Example, the 3,000 differ with the group of 3,000 to 5,000. Therefore, you look into this SIG. So that means there is no difference between 3,000 and 3,000 to 5,000. Is there any difference between 3,000 to the more than 5,000? There is no difference also because the SIG value is 0.929. Okay, this is why we need to request for the post hoc test. Okay, after we understand already the post hoc test, now we are going to the next analysis. We call it as the